Let's now talk about this significant landmark day, which is now marked every year as Constitution Day. We have Constitution expert Sanjay Chadha with us. Good evening to you, Sanjay. What do you make of the prospect that has been presented today in front of the nation by these luminaries, the Prime Minister, the Chief Justice and the Law Minister as well, as to how justice is evolving in the country in keeping with the spirit of the Constitution?
Well, very rightly said. What I would start with a quote by Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. Be it, if it is a good constitution, but the justice delivery system is not good, the judges are not acting as they should, the good constitution cannot do anything. And if there is a bad constitution, and justice delivery system is strong, then I think that situation is still okay. Why I'm saying what today has been done by all these luminaries, that we have taken a big step today for improving our justice delivery system.
Yes.
We have as you have mentioned, I'm just repeating that virtually we have virtual court, virtual judicial clock, a very important thing, and how the judges are going to get what are the matters, and the best thing I would see, the digital court. So all these things are very, very crucial. Today what the important thing is, our constitution gives us freedom, political freedom, civil rights, all those things are enshrined very much in our constitution. But what will happen if these rights are not delivered to the people who are looking for that? So for that, we need to have a very strong judicial system and very strong justice delivery system, I feel. And today, during this auspicious day, our country has launched so many things. I'm so happy, and with this, I think another step we have taken to strengthen our judiciary, through which justice delivery system will be stronger, I think.
Certainly, and that's what the Prime Minister also talked about when he mentioned the ease of justice and access to justice as well, is what has been mentioned by both the Minister and the Chief Justice as well. And just explain to us, how this improves through the use of digitization, which is happening fairly rapidly now. Especially after the COVID phase, it was realized that this really needs to be accelerated.
Very correctly you have said that, prior to Corona, we were, everything was physically, we had to appear in the court physically, and so many things were not happening.
Yes, e-courts was talked about a lot. There was money that was allocated when things are not moving at that pace as they should.
I'm sorry, I couldn't get you. What you
I was saying e-courts was talked about for long, and there was a whole plan that was there, but implementation was lagging.
Exactly, and we were talking about this, we were planning about the e-courts, etc. But unfortunately, the things were not moving ahead because everybody was busy in the right realm, I would say, at that point of time. And thereafter, during the Corona, this thing has really come up with a lot of other, because of this, there was a constant, no physical hearing was going on. So it was we had to make it a point that we have to come up with virtual courts, and that is where we got this opportunity. So जैसा प्रधानमंत्री कहते हैं कि आपदा से हमने एक आपदा होने के बावजूद एक उसमें से हमने निकाली ये चीज और उसका benefit लिया. What I feel is that with this kind of development today, like virtual judicial clock, which everybody will know what is happening. The transparency aspect will be at its good, I would say. Well, if it is transparent that what is happening in the courts, then I think that justice system will also be stronger. The delivery will be very strong if transparency is there, and these all measures are adding to transparency, efficiency, effectiveness. All these are very positive, I feel. And if I may say one more thing, that up till today, the pendency of cases,
Yes.
the less number of judges, in less investment by the court, interest, lack of political will, all these were there. We have to accept it. But by seeing all this, I feel very delighted that things are now moving at the right pace. And I am very happy to share with you that our Chief Justice, the current Chief Justice, Shri Chanchud ji, is also, prior to this, he himself, under his supervision, that digitalization was going on. And today's another very important aspect, that entire Indian district courts are also now digitalized. So this is certainly, we are moving in a positive direction, and in a very fast pace in this positive direction. I am very happy as far as this thing is concerned.
Yes, Justice Mobile App 2.0 will also be there, which will help judicial officers keep track of what is going on where, and to what extent is work still pending, and to what extent it's been done. So it will be like a real-time dashboard. The other aspect is what digitization brings, especially now that the courts, even the topmost court, has become open to broadcast of proceedings. Is transparency, which is again something that is very much needed, and I'm sure it will be appreciated as well as people realize the benefits of it.
Yes, certainly. Actually, what was happening, I've been very practical. If a person who is from Kerala, he has a case in Supreme Court, at least he will not have to travel all across and to know what is happening. Now he can sit at his own house, can see that what is happening in his case. And this will also, the lawyers who are representing the clients will be on their toes, because they know that somebody is really looking into it, that what is happening in the case. And in such, so this is always welcome step. And certainly wherever there is a transparency, as you have rightly said, if there is a transparency, this will lead to more effectiveness. This will lead to more, I think, the justice delivery system, as we said, that it will be on the path of improvement.
Certainly. And what kind of other changes can we expect in this endeavor to ensure that there is ease of justice, and justice is seen to be fair to everyone concerned?
Look, the biggest benefit which we are going to get out of it is because of the constant monitoring by the superior courts, like in a district court, the high court would be monitoring, and so on and so forth. So if there is a constant monitoring, the judges who are not able to deliver that kind of work which they should, that I think will put a pressure on them, that look, this is what is the work which you have to deliver, you have not delivered. So there will be a constant monitoring. That is one of the positive things. Now, what will be the impact of it? The impact of it would be that the justice delivery system, which takes so much time, will be shortened, and we will have quick and easy justice for the people, for the masses of this country. We have now, if I may tell you, it might not sound that good. There are cases which are pending since long. What will be the outcome? If like I give an example here, if a divorce case has gone for an appeal, the judgment is of 2007, and now we are sitting in 2022, still the appeal is pending. What will happen to the life of those people who are affected? This is one example I have given. So there is a need. Next step should be that we should draw a timeline for the cases to be closed. Within a timeline, a case has to be closed. So All those things we are moving ahead for that. So we, in future, there is lot of changes which we will be seeing. I'm sure about it. The way the government, judiciary, most importantly, the Supreme Court itself is looking for these changes. So we expect a lot of things to come in the future. I feel so.
Well, let's hope that that happens because a lot of the work of the courts has also been lightened. The government is setting up so many appellate bodies and tribunals. That is also a big help. So I'm sure pendency is something that the courts will try very sincerely to address. And your suggestion, I'm sure, of putting a time limit to how long a particular case can go on, if that is accepted, that will be a pretty landmark. Thanks a lot for joining us for the moment, Sanjay. Well, India is celebrating its Constitution Day today. Prime Minister Modi participated in the celebrations at the Supreme Court. The PM launched Virtual Justice Clock, Justice Mobile App 2.0, digital courts, S3WASS websites for the district courts as well. The project is an effort to provide services to litigants, lawyers and judiciary through ICT enablement of courts. Virtual Justice Clock is an initiative to exhibit vital statistics of the justice delivery system at the court level, giving the details of the cases instituted, cases disposed and pendency of cases on daily, weekly and monthly basis at the court level. Justice Mobile App 2.0 is a tool available to judicial officers for effective court and case management by monitoring pendency and disposal of not only their own court but also for individual judges working under them. Digital Court is an initiative to make the court records available to the judge in digitized form to enable the transition to paperless courts. Addressing the Constitution Day function at the Supreme Court, the Prime Minister said, "We the people is a commitment and belief that has made India the mother of democracy."
हमारी सबसे बड़ी ताकत हमारा संविधान है। हमारे संविधान के प्रेम्बल की शुरुआत में जो वी द पीपल लिखा है, ये सिर्फ 3 शब्द नहीं है। वी द पीपल एक आह्वान है, एक प्रतिज्ञा है, एक विश्वास है। संविधान में लिखी ये भावना उस भारत की मूल भावना है जो दुनिया में लोकतंत्र की जननी रहा है, मदर ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी रहा है। यही भावना हमें वैशाली के गणराज्य में भी दिखती है, वेद की ऋचाओं में भी दिखती है।
The PM added that today's Constitution Day celebrations are special because India is also celebrating the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
इस बार का संविधान दिवस इसलिए भी विशेष है क्योंकि भारत ने अपनी आजादी के 75 वर्ष पूरे किए हैं। हम सभी अमृत महोत्सव मना रहे हैं। मैं आधुनिक भारत का सपना देखने वाले बाबा साहब आंबेडकर समेत संविधान सभा के सभी सदस्यों को, सभी संविधान निर्माताओं को आदरपूर्वक नमन करता हूं।
The PM also said that as India is set to assume the presidency of the G20, it is our collective responsibility to highlight India's contribution in front of the world.
भारत हर चुनौती को पार करते हुए आगे बढ़ रहा है। एक सप्ताह के बाद भारत को G20 की प्रेसिडेंसी भी मिलने वाली है। यह बहुत बड़ा अवसर है। हम सभी टीम इंडिया के रूप में विश्व में भारत की प्रतिष्ठा को बढ़ाएं, भारत का योगदान विश्व के सामने लेकर जाएं, ये भी हम सभी का सामूहिक दायित्व है। भारत की मदर ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी के तौर पर जो पहचान है, हमें उसे और सशक्त करना है।
And in his address, Union Law Minister Kiren Rijiju said that the power of indigenous technology is being used to ensure that speedy justice is delivered. It's harnessed to mainstream legal aid and legal empowerment in the society in order to accelerate the movement of access to justice in India. He added that legal literacy and legal awareness is being prioritized and made accessible in regional local dialects using innovative techniques, both physical as well as virtual.
To accelerate the movement of access to justice in India, the power of indigenous technology is being harnessed to mainstream legal aid and legal empowerment in the society. 25 lakh people have benefited from this service. In next 5 years, 1 crore plus citizens would be rendered with advice and consultation. To amplify the outreach of access to justice, legal literacy and legal awareness is being prioritized and made accessible in regional, local dialects using innovative techniques, both physical and virtual.
And Chief Justice of India, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, said that the Constitution of India is to a large extent aspirational, for it seeks to deliver political freedom and civil rights.
The Constitution of India is to a large extent aspirational, for it seeks to deliver political freedoms and civil rights, attempting to shrug off the colonial baggage. When the Constitution was adopted, the social, political and economic realities of our nation were in stark contrast to the aspirational ideals in the text of the Constitution. The Constitution entrusted the legislature, the executive and the judiciary with the role of bridging this gap between constitutional ideals and social reality.
And the Constitution Day was also observed at the High Commission of India in Dhaka. On this particular day, Indian High Commissioner to Dhaka, Pranay Verma, led the officers and employees of the Indian High Commission in reading out the preamble of the Constitution on the occasion.